welcome back to my garage, Zero to Hero. So yes, as you can see, I did it. I purchased this small business that was basically for sale. And yeah, as you may know, the price they asked for this place was actually $12,500. But I managed to bring the price down to $11,000. So yeah, we got a little bit of discount. And yeah, I also brought over all of my tools and everything else that I had laying around in Grandma's garage. So everything is basically here now, and yeah, we'll start working on vehicles over here from now on. So we've got our customer Lance's Ford pickup truck here, and we've also got Grandma's ladder wagon over here. So yeah, I just figured it's a little bit better to park them under the roof over here. It's going to be out of the sun a bit, and that way we are basically open to start working on these vehicles once we have a little bit of time on our hands. But yeah, speaking about time, it's almost time for us to head over to Alan's shop, because today we need to do quite a bit of work. I'm quite sure Alan left me a note on what we need to do. So I think let's jump into our truck over here, and we are going to head over there and basically see what we need to get done today. Alright, and we are here at the shop, and I noticed as I was pulling in that our shop truck is in fact back at the shop. And yeah, it looks like Alan brought a little bit more parts for the Chevelle that we are going to be working on today. So I believe this is basically the job we need to continue with. So let's quickly just check on the table. Alan left us a note once again. And also we've got our payment here, which is a little bit more than usual. So let's quickly read this note. Right, so the note says, "Hello FUNCLE, thanks for helping me so late last night once again. We sure got the little Niva truck looking much better now that it's all primed up and ready for its new paint job. Today I need you to focus on putting Spartan's car back together with all the parts you have at the shop. I also brought some more parts and newly built suspension. The rest of the parts will be ready by Friday. I also wish you all the best with your new business. I remember when I first started out too, things weren't always easy, but if you hang in there, you'll make it big. I also gave you another small bonus to thank you for your long hours and hard work. Signed, Alan." Alright, so that is very nice of Alan to actually wish us luck with our new business that we are starting up with. But yeah, it is still basically early days. So let's have a look at all the parts in the back of the truck over here. So we've got a brand new rear axle, and this thing has been chromed completely, and we've also got some very nice lowrider style wheels, white wall tires and all. And I take it that is the front suspension we need to get on this thing. It's also been fully rebuilt, and yeah, everything is looking very nice and shiny on here. So this will be our front axle, and then we've got a nice chrome gasoline tank over here. So I think I'll just put these parts over here because we are going to be using them today. And yeah, we'll probably just grab the stuff off the truck as we need it. We've got some new leaf springs here. We've got a nice chrome drive shaft, some shock absorbers. There's even a main brake line over here, which we are going to need, yeah, probably a little bit later as well. And we've got a chrome radiator, or a lightweight aluminum radiator. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of work to do on this car of Spartans. We've got all the parts we collected in the previous episode still here. So yeah, we are going to probably get cracking. And yeah, I believe Alan should have ordered some gas bottles for this welding machine. We'll probably have to go and pick them up if they are ready a little bit later. But for now, we are going to use the stick welder just to get things going a little bit over here. We're just going to put our toolbox over here, and then yeah, obviously we're going to do a little bit more cutting, so I should probably bring the plasma cutter over here as well. So let's just put this down over there. Alright, so I'm thinking if we are going to change out all of the body panels that are still attached to the car, we're going to have to probably cut those off. But I do want to assemble the firewall first of all. And we're just going to give it what they would call a tack weld, just so that it stays in position. Because we would really like to get our roof mounted so that we can basically get, yeah, the whole front end assembled. And then we take the the rear part of the car apart again. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start by cutting this transmission support. Before I do that, let's actually unbolt the transmission and all of these components from here. Alright, so we've got our transmission loose over here. So that is looking quite good. Alright, and let's also get this... yeah, we don't really need to take that off. We can just cut the whole thing off as a piece. All in one. Just like that. Alright, so that is gone because we've got a brand new part we are going to replace with this. So let's just put this over here and then we'll grab our new part over here from the shelf. So this is going to go on, but I do need to replace the floor. And in order for me to replace the floor, I need to get the roof on first of all. So let's grab the roof. And we are going to just tag weld the roof to the actual firewall over here. And that way everything should stay in place. Hopefully. Alright. So we don't have any quarter panels and stuff like that just yet, but yeah, we've got the inner fender parts. At least we can assemble that part of the car. So let's quickly grab these two. So this is for the right hand side. Alright, so that is in position. And we're going to weld it onto the firewall, which should do the job for us. Alright, and let's go and grab the other one. Alright, and let's get this into position, just like that. And we'll also weld that to the firewall. Right over there and over there. And at least that should stay into place. Let's just maybe bolt down this old main brake line as well, just to keep that secure. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our plasma cutter again, which I left probably on the other side. Before we do that, let's actually just mount this front suspension. So this can go on over there, and we'll just bolt it down. I think if we just do these main ones over here, that should be good. And that should keep it in place. Alright, perfect. Alright, so now we can grab our plasma cutter and cut this whole floor pan off here. Alright, and there it goes. Perfect. So that is the old floor part removed. And now we can go and grab our brand new one over here. Going to get this thing welded into place. Alright, we're just going to have to get our floor jack out of the way first of all. Alright, so let's get this put back in, just like that. And we'll bring our welding machine closer this side. Just going to weld the floor to the firewall. Yeah, we can probably do all of these welds now, because we don't have to take that off again. Alright, let's put our welder on the other side quickly, because this cable is way too short. Alright, we'll weld it up over here. All of those. Perfect. And now we can get our torsion support and also transmission support. Let's get this into place. Alright, and then we'll weld that down. Alright, and let's go around the other side if our welding machine is going to reach. Alright, there we go. Let's just put that back. Alright, so next up I would like to get those torsion bars in. Alright, so let's get these in position. Right, that is going to give the car the correct ride height, which we are going for. So these are in fact lowered torsion bars. Alright, and this one goes into there. And now we can take our floor jack out. But I think for safety we're going to just put it over here. And kind of work on the rear end of the car now. So let's grab the other one as well. Alright, so let's put this one under the floor on this side. And we'll just lift it up a tiny bit, just like that. Alright, so next up we are gonna start the rear floor. So I'm quickly gonna just see if we can get this rear suspension off. So let's undo these old shock absorbers. I'll get them removed. Okay, this one is already missing. Alright, so let's get that unbolted, and then we'll do the 4 bolts on the leaf spring over there. Just like that. And there's one more. And there we go. There's our rear axle. Alright, so out with the old, and yeah, basically we've got a brand new one that's going to go in. I think let's just jack this up a little bit more on the side, just to have it sit a little bit more even. Alright, now we're going to grab our plasma cutter. Where did I leave the handle of this thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. Right, now we can probably cut everything off we need to. So we'll start with these wheel wells. They can come off. We are going to be replacing both of those. Also got our trunk floor we can remove here. Alright, so there's the other wheel well. Just throw it on the pile over there. Alright, let's grab this one. Just get this out of the way as well. Alright, so there's the shock absorber 2. Let's put it over there. Alright, so next thing I would like to try and see is if we can get these frame rails cut off. So they are probably welded over here somewhere. Alright, this is a good angle for that. Alright, and yeah, obviously they are still welded on this side. Alright, and there goes our trunk floor, which is the gas tank is quite badly mangled. Alright, there's the old frame rail. And here's the other old frame rail. And our middle floor is also gone. And let's see if we can now get this part removed. This might actually be a little bit of an issue now, but we'll see what we're going to do about that. Alright, so let's get our middle floor back into place. Alright, so that should be able to weld into place now. We'll just do it step by step. Alright, and this side, that is looking fairly decent. Alright, so next up we're going to do the new frame rails over here. We've got the chrome one, which are, okay, this is for the left. So let's put this one into position. Alright, let's bring our welding machine closer to this. Alright, and I'm just going to weld it up there, and over there, and over there. Alright, and then let's go and grab the other frame rail. Right, next up we're going to just weld this into place just like that. And over there and over there. Alright, well that is starting to come together. Now obviously this part and the drive shaft is something we're going to still replace. So we'll see if that is going to be possible to take it out now. Otherwise we are going to probably get Alan to sort that out for us. Because obviously I didn't follow the correct methods or steps of taking these things apart. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Alright, and let's get the welding machine back over here. We're going to weld the trunk floor into place. Alright, and let's just grab our welding handle again. Just want to check if I've got all the welds over here. Yeah, that looks decent. I don't think there's anything missing here. Alright, so let's put that back down. Now we can get our new leaf springs installed on those frame rails. Alright, so let's grab this one. Right, over there and over there. And we'll grab this leaf spring as well. Alright, and now I believe we should be able to get our rear axle into place. Alright, and the axle is in place, and let's bolt down all of these bolts at the back on the U-bolts. And there we go, those are all tightened up. So next up, I believe we'll be able to install the rear panel over here, or the middle panel as they call it. So let's grab this part, get that into position over there. Alright, and then we're going to weld this up over there. And I don't think there's anything else to weld over there for now. So we'll just put the welding handle back. We're going to grab this. So this is our inner panel or inner fender. That'll go over there. And then we're going to weld that into place as well. Alright, so we've got a weld over there, and there should be one over here somewhere if I'm not mistaken. Obviously we need to put our wheel wells on first. So let's just grab the other one on the opposite side. Right, let's get this into position. There we go, that is perfect. And we're going to need the welding machine on this side again. Right, let's just weld it over there for now. I think there's a weld over here somewhere when you put the outer skin on of the quarter panel. Alright, let's get our wheel wells into position as well. And let's just grab the other one first. Alright, then we can come and weld everything together. Alright, so on this we've got a couple of welds. This is going to secure the wheelhouse and also the inner fender part that we just fitted. Alright, and let's do the same on this side. Just be sure to get all of the welds, just like that. Alright, well, slowly but surely this thing is starting to come together. It's not completely sorted yet, and we're not going to be going very much further with this thing. Let's just see what else we've got. We've got this middle lip panel. This needs to go just behind the windscreen, the rear glass over here. So let's just see if we can get that welded into place as well. Alright, that is where our trunk mounts, obviously. Alright, and while we've got our wrench ready, we're going to get the fuel tank mounted. Just going to bolt it down. And that is basically everything we needed to do on the rear. Let's just bolt this drive shaft down temporarily. Alright, we've got a bolt on this side as well. Alright, so let's check what else we need to do. I believe it's just the front part. I don't think there's anything else. What is this? Oh, these are the taillights for the little Niva truck. So we can probably get those fitted as well. Alright, well, I think it's just our rocker panels, and then we should be able to get our front nose clip back onto the car as well. So let's get these rocker panels into position first of all. Right, so there's one. Alright, let's get our welding machine over here. We're gonna quickly weld up these rocker panels. And I nearly forgot about those welds over there. But luckily we are checking these things. Alright, let's get into the car. And we'll obviously find some more welds over here to do. And there's another one over there. And I'm not too sure if there's another weld over here somewhere. Let's just check up on that. Yeah, that's not a weld. There's no welds left out on this side, so we are good. So let's tackle the other side quickly. Alright, so it's this one. This is for the passenger side. There we go. Alright, let's get this into position. Just like that. And we're going to need our welding machine again. Alright, I think we have welded everything on the rocker panels, so that is good to go. So the only part we have got left over here is the radiator support, and I just noticed we've got the rear bumper and the trunk floor on the shelf over here as well. I wonder why Alan didn't mention that to me, because that's also something we can probably get done today. Right, first of all, let's put this on the car, and we are going to grab our welder once again. And we should be able to weld everything nice and, yeah, snug over here. I actually think I must just take this grill assembly off again, so we can get to the rest of the welds over here. Alright, so let's take this panel off. And let's grab our welding over there and over there. And on that. Perfect. So, yeah, we can probably lower this thing down now because we've got all of our wheels mounted. Alright, so there's the one floor jack out. And let's also get this wheel lowered down. Alright, perfect. Now we can get our front panel back onto the car. Let's just screw these into place again. Perfect. Now I believe we can continue with the rest of the suspension parts we still need, the ones that are in the back of the truck. Let's also grab our radiator while we are busy with this. A nice and shiny radiator. That is looking very decent. Alright, over there and over there. Right, so next up we are going to mount our shock absorbers and our drive shaft. So we still need to get the drive shaft out from under the car. I'm not sure if that's going to be easy for us to do without having this thing up on a lift now. It's a little bit tricky getting it off once you did it in the way that I did it now. So we might have to leave that for now. So we'll get this fitted along with the transmission. What's that other part called? This little part over here. This is the middle frame brace. So we're going to remove the old one from the car and also the old drive shaft. We'll get those installed maybe when we've got a little bit more parts available for this car. Right, but for now we can basically sort out our front suspension. Gonna get the shock absorbers mounted at the front and the back. Alright, so there they are. Let's grab our first shock absorber here for the rear. Just get it mounted onto here temporarily. I do know this part needs to be removed, but we'll figure that out once we have a little bit more parts to our avail. Alright, and let's do our upper control arms over here. Alright, let's just get this into position properly. Alright, just like that. And we will also remove the old main brake line now. Let's just do that quickly before I forget about this. Right, so there's the old one, and we'll get the new one in. Let's bolt it down there for now. Right, let's quickly sort this front suspension out. Alright, let's not forget our brake lines as well. We've got a couple of brake lines to do as well. Let's get those tightened up, and we'll get our front shock absorbers into place. And we'll also do this one. Right, perfect. And let's not forget about these rear brake lines. I'll just bolt those down as well. And there we have it. That is basically everything installed that we have available for the car now. So we'll probably let Alan decide what he wants to do with the rest of these old crusty parts, but they'll probably just go in the bin like the other ones. So yeah, I think what we can do now is we can probably tackle our little Niva truck again, because we've got the bumper, we've got the trunk floor that needs to be replaced. So let's quickly go and put this thing where it needs to be. So there we go, this thing has been primed, and Alan, yeah, he's quite happy with the progress so far on this thing. It's definitely coming together nicely. So he'll be pleased to see the parts installed on the truck after forgetting to mention that to me that I can do this. So let's grab our welder over here. We're gonna just grab our handle and just weld this thing into place. Alright, that looks fairly decent. There's a little tiny gap over here. I'm not sure if that is maybe still some damage that's sort of lurking there. But we'll let Alan decide on that and tell us if he wants us to fix it up or if it's fine like that. Alright, I think the rest of the parts we've got here is the rear bumper. And we've also got the taillights and the rear glass over here, which I almost didn't notice. So let's grab this rear glass first of all. We're going to pop this into position. So I think Alan will probably mask everything off again once he paints this thing. Alright, and yeah, what we can do now is with these taillights, we can quickly get some bulbs fitted into these taillights before we take them over. So let's get some light bulbs over here on the shelf. Alright, so we're going to use 3 taillights, well, 3 bulbs per taillight. So let's just take out another 2 out of this box. There we go. So we've got all the bulbs ready for this taillight. Alright, and let's just put those in there. Perfect, and then we'll just chuck these in our backpack quickly, and then we will grab the rear bumper and we'll take this over to the little truck. Alright, so let's go get this bumper. Probably not fitted, we'll just put it down on the side, because obviously we still need to paint the truck, so we'll just put these down over here for now. And then once we are ready to assemble this thing, we'll just put the new parts on. Alright, and there we go. So we have basically assembled the little Niva truck as far as we can. We've got Spartan's car actually put back together quite nicely already. It's still got quite a bit of work, but we are definitely heading in the right direction by sorting this thing out for him. So what I'm doing now is just gonna basically pack all the tools away, because I believe we are actually done for today over here at Alan's shop. We have done everything that we can to Spartan's car over here. So we are gonna head over to our shop, and basically, yeah, it actually feels weird to call it a shop now, because we do have our own little shop now. So yeah, we are gonna head over there and we're gonna see if we can start maybe taking the parts off Lance's pickup truck, because as you guys know, we need to do a little bit of a conversion to that truck for him. So I've already checked with Merle. He's said he's got some parts available already, and he's also going to try and source us the long bed that we need for that truck. So yeah, we're going to probably give him a ring and just ask if the parts are ready. And if the parts are ready, we can head over there and we can go and pick it up and yeah, get all the parts basically fitted onto Lance's truck, hopefully. So we're just going to park our shop truck over here. And there we go. Everything is looking good. So yeah, let's jump in and head back over to our shop and start working over there. Alright, so yes, this is going to be our first time we start working at our brand new little shop. Although it's not really a shop, it's more like just a carport standing here with a little shack of an office. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly see how easily these parts are going to come off this truck that we need to replace. So I think we're also going to be replacing the front bumper. I did ask Merle for that as well, so he should give me a front bumper or a regular front bumper, because this bumper is definitely not, yeah, it's not really roadworthy or road legal in my opinion. So we'll probably just scrap that at the end of the day. And as for the rusty panels, I did order brand new ones of these, because these ones are a little bit rusty. So they are going to be replaced with brand new panels. I'm not going to use second-hand parts on that. Alright, so but there's our front nose grille basically that we're going to be replacing today. And we are also going to be swapping out the cab, obviously. So we're going to have to unbolt everything over here. Let's just take the hood off. I think it's going to be a little bit easier to get this cab lifted off with the hood removed. So there we go. That is our old hood taken off. Alright, and I think, yeah, it's just 4 bolts on this cab if I'm not mistaken. So we've got 2 on that side. And yeah, I nearly forgot it. We actually have got a wheel rim back here we can take off. So this was all cleaned up a little bit, yeah, before we brought the truck over, because obviously this truck was filthy. So I take it that wheel was actually supposed to be on this corner, although it's not really a matching set anyway. But now let's quickly see if we can get this cab removed. So there's another bolt there and another bolt over there. There we go, we've got our cab removed. So we'll just set this down over there. We'll probably check what parts we're going to rather salvage off of this cab, because the other cab we are getting from Merle is also not really in the greatest condition. So we're going to see what parts are basically the best and just get the best parts on that. I did notice the frame rails are also a bit rusty, so we'll also get some new frame rails installed on this thing. But that is going to require us to maybe go and buy ourselves a lift. So I did check at the shop over on the small island. There are some lifts available there. Some 2-post lifts like the ones Alan has got. But yeah, I've got no idea what they are costing. Well, how much they are asking for them, or how much it's going to cost us. But at the moment, let's just focus on everything that we can actually do. Right, so there's our truck bed as well. So that has been removed. And now I think I'm just going to give Merle a call quickly and check with him if he's got our parts we need ready for us. And then we are going to probably have to go and rent ourselves a nice trailer to get everything back over here. So yeah, I think I'm going to just step inside. It's a little bit windy out here, and just quickly make a phone call to Merle. Yeah, I'm going to have to use my mobile phone a lot more now that I'm running my own business. So let's give Merle a little phone call quick. Alright, and I did have a word with Merle on the phone, and he's got all the parts we need ready in his garage. So he said we are welcome to come and pick it up. We're just going to have to obviously go and pick up a trailer from the little Lewis store, and then we're going to bring the parts back to our shop and see how it's going to mount to the truck, if it is going to mount to the truck.
Down in a town where the fields meet the sky, there's a fella named FUNCLE. He's a one-handed guy. He hung up the shingles, started a dream, fixing up old trucks, making engines gleam. First customer rolled in, truck loud as a band, a yellow 74 with a history so grand. Owner was Lance with a grin wide and free, said, "Can you bring my old Ford back to me?" FUNCLE's garage where the magic begins, wrenching and mending in the summer winds, the clang of the tools, the hum of the bay, turning back time in that rustic array.
Alright, so we are here at Little Louis' store, and yeah, those are the lifts that I was talking about. So I might actually check with him how much he's asking for one of those, and we might actually be able to afford one if it's not going to be too expensive. But for now, we're just going to obviously rent this big trailer, and this is going to be hopefully big enough for us to get all of the parts back to our shop. So yeah, let me pop in here quick and just have a word with the store owner quickly. Alright, so we have rented the trailer, and I also spoke to him about the 2-post lifts that he's got over there. So those are for sale, $2,500 a piece, which is quite a steep amount of money. But at the end of the day, it's going to be completely worth it, because we're going to be able to do quite a bit of work with those lifts. So yeah, it's going to be a very good investment for us. But yeah, at the moment we don't really have the money to purchase that, because I've got no idea how much Merle's going to ask for all of these parts. So yeah, let's head over there and hear what he has to say. Alright, and we are here at Merle's, and as I pulled up, I just noticed he's got a very interesting car over here. So this looks like a Chevy Impala, 1969 if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's definitely seen some better days, and it's actually unlocked. So yeah, we shouldn't really fiddle with this thing, but man, it just it looks so nice just having a sleek machine like this sitting in your yard. I take it Merle took some parts off of that truck, which we are going to be collecting, so it's probably in the garage. So let's quickly knock on his door and hear what he says about these parts, how much it's gonna cost us. Yeah, I can see it through the door over there, or through the window. Alright, so let's see what Merle says. Alright, so we came to an agreement of $2,500 for all of these parts. So they are definitely not in the best condition. As you can see, we definitely need to do a little bit of work to them. The cab over here, it's got a smashed rear window, and it's got quite a lot of dents on the roof. So yeah, this is going to probably require a little bit of body work. But yes, everything else looks fairly decent. The steering column might be something that's a little bit broken, but there's no headliner in this thing, there's no windshield in this. We've got a good bench seat, and by the looks of the door cards seem to be decent at least. So it's not really a big issue. The dashboard is also a little bit worn, but yeah, we can't really complain because we've got it for quite a big massive deal. So let's grab this part first of all. We're gonna see how this is gonna fit in the trailer. I think if we turn it sideways like this, it might actually work. Not too bad. We've got this steering column sticking out a bit, and I didn't bring my tools with me, so I wonder if Merle will be fine if I just quickly use this wrench to take the steering column out. But this is a little bit of a concern. This bed is quite long. I'm not sure if that is going to work on the trailer. We might have to move the cab over to our truck bed and see if we can get the rest of the parts in the actual trailer with the truck bed. So yeah, I'm gonna have to play a little bit of Tetris here, as they would call it. See how I'm gonna get everything back to our shop now. We also got the 1978 grill over here, and also a stock front bumper, which we're gonna be using on the truck as well. And as you may notice, this is also a load box for a dually truck. So it's got the little fender overhangs on the sides, so that is going to work out very nicely. Although this thing is definitely in quite a bit of a terrible shape, gonna have to sort that out as well. Right, so let's maybe try putting this in our truck over here. I hope this is going to work a little bit better. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Although I might have to get that steering column removed, because that's sticking out quite a bit. It's a little bit dangerous like that. So let me quickly see if I can get that removed. We'll just borrow a wrench from Merle quickly. Alright, that was quite a bit of a mission, but I was able to get it off. And now we can probably return Merle's wrench back to his toolbox. And then we should be able to get everything else in the back of the trailer now, hopefully. So let's try and put this thing in first of all. It's probably going to hang out a bit on the sides. We'll see if this is going to work for us. I'm going to have to probably take it very nice and slow back to the house. All right, and yeah, I believe that should work. We'll give it a shot and see how it goes. And now we can probably put the rest of the parts in the actual trailer here, or maybe even in the bed of the truck we are going to be transporting. All right, and yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to fit everything. So let's see how this is gonna work out. All right, there we go. Everything is loaded to a certain point where I think it should stay there. I'm not too sure, but we are going to be taking it very easy. This is once again a very heavy load. So let's head back to our shop and see what else we can get done today. Because, yeah, this is going to be quite a big job for us. So let's just first of all try and make our way back to the house without a problem. Or back to the shop rather. And I've got absolutely no visibility of the trailer. So I'm going to have to, yeah, probably guess what is happening back there. But yeah, let's make our way back over to the shop and see what we can get done. Alright, and we are back at our shop. We've got everything here and everything made it. I noticed that the bed started sliding a little bit off to the side here, and then it's just sort of settled there. So I think that's just where it was basically meant to be then at the end of the day. But yeah, we've got quite a lot of parts now that we can start putting onto this truck. And this is getting a little bit dark already, so let's get our lights turned on over here. And then we will probably start with this bed if we are going to be able to get it lifted. There we go. Alright, so this should go on without a problem over here. So let's get that mocked up quickly. Alright, so that is looking fairly decent. Alright, so this all needs to come off again. So I just wanted to more or less have an idea of what this is going to look like. So I'm just going to tighten just 2 bolts on this side for now, and we'll just do the center one on this side just to see what everything's going to look like. Alright, so now we can probably get the cab, but there's a bunch of stuff inside the cab we need to take off first. So we've got the 2 front wheels over here, so let's just put this down on the ground there for now. And let's grab the other one from the truck over here. We're gonna just put this on the ground as well for now. Alright, last but not least, we've got the worn out steering box, which we should be able to get off, or not the steering box, the steering column. So that is looking a little bit tired. I don't think we're going to be using this probably. We'll see. I think the one in the other cab might be, yeah, it's basically the same condition. So yeah, it's definitely not something we are going to reuse on either one of those. Alright, now we need to grab the cab. Alright, let's get the cab onto the truck. And just like that, we now have got a short cab and a long bed on this vehicle, which is definitely a major transformation. We still need to get stuff like a rear bumper and, yeah, probably get the front bumper mounted too. So I'm sure this thing will eventually come together nicely. We've got the front bumper we can probably just slap on quick. Alright, and let's just bolt this over there. And we're going to bolt it over there as well. Perfect, and now our grill can get on to this front end. We might have to get this chrome, or this grill chromed. Getting a little bit tongue-tied over here. So yeah, try and say that 2 times fast. Alright, so we're going to get this grill chromed again. Just to make it look a little bit nice. We're obviously going to respray the truck and sort out everything. Let's just get this hood as well, because this is a different design hood. That is a flat hood as well, to match the grill that we are installing on the truck. And yeah, I don't think we really need to bolt down everything just yet. We'll just get a bolt on this side as well. And yeah, that actually looks fairly decent. We are missing the grille insert over here, and we are missing a blinker there, and also another headlight. Although I think, yeah, this is supposed to take a round headlight, and that is a square or a rectangular headlight. So that is quite interesting. We've got two different headlight designs on this thing. And we've got our dually wheels for the back. So we're going to be installing these as well. I don't know if our floor jack is going to do the job on this. That's actually why I wanted to get myself a 2-post lift. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can sell the parts of the old truck for a little bit of money, and then hopefully that is going to fund our lift that we need, our 2-post lift. But that means I'm going to have to go through everything and make sure I get all the parts I need off of these things first. And then we'll try and advertise this and see if there's going to be anybody interested in buying these things off us. Even this big old pipe bumper might actually sell for quite a little bit of money. As well as all the wheels and tires, the old ones we've got on here. We'll also probably sell those on. And we might have to replace some parts, like this heavy duty hub is looking a little bit tired on this one. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the other ones are also looking a little bit rusty. I think, yeah, this one is also a bit rusty. And we still need to pay for the frame rails that we are ordering. And yeah, we obviously need to get our front radiator support and this inner fender part also replaced. So we still need to get that as well. But yeah, I think that is also going to be what we have time for in this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate every view, every like. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes, until the next time, cheerio.